Hello Cancer, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I am Nicole. Cancer, this is going to be your mid-November reading. This will be for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus. Cross watcher, if that's you guys, discern the messages, flip the roles as it needs to be applied. Don't force something to fit. Cancer, your last reading, and I think it was either the weekly or the monthly, was really out there. And it was almost like Spirit went goofy on you guys, but I sat and meditated with your card this morning, and the one thing that Spirit said was that the answers are within you. I think that maybe for a couple of weeks things may have seemed to have gotten out of hand for you guys, and that was the focus that they were trying to bring in for you, because I thought after I did that reading, I questioned whether or not to post it because it was so blunt, so just ass whooping kind of thing. But I realized that there was a reason. Even if it was just one person that needed to hear that, somebody needed to hear it, and I was directed accordingly, and trust that whatever comes out is what's supposed to come out. So, you know, if I hurt some feelings, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because I'm not here to sugarcoat anything for you guys. That's not why I do what I do. So, and just be aware of that, please. For those of you who have donated, subscribed, liked, commented, and shared, thank you so very much. You guys are amazing. For those of you who've booked personal readings, thank you. I do have some openings available for the rest of this week. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page, and at holisticallyzenwb.com for a full list of products and services. Cancer, we're going to just jump right into your reading. Again, Spirit is saying that there are answers that are lying within you right now. So it's very important that you're listening to your intuitive voice. I just did Sagittarius's reading, and energy is a little reflective into yours with the way things are kind of starting to settle down. I think your emotions may have hit an ultimate high with the new moon. I do think that it's starting to subside for you guys a little bit, but I'm really curious to see what path you guys are taking after that last reading, as to, you know, who this is going to resonate with and for. And it's interesting. And pardon me, the cat has been stealing erasers of my daughter's, and it's just been, he's been wild. So if you hear a ruckus in the background, it's probably him tearing down the house. So all right, Spirit, for the sign of Cancer, mid-November, what does Cancer need to know? Guys, be careful not to go back into your shell. You know, we have these awakenings in the 3D too, and there's also times where we get caught up in the tangible things, and you may ride a real extreme high and then may be hitting an extreme low. You know, you're gonna have to find an emotional way to balance that out. We've got the contract coming out, so this can be agreements, commitments. Spirit's saying priorities. I talk about that balance. Contract is that of Libra, the Justice card, essentially in the tarot deck, which is about balance, which is about fairness. Letter of the law. You may feel like you have to follow a certain procedure or code to something as well. You may feel like you're walking blindly into something too, that it's like you're just there, like in a space of existence, that you're just there. Ripping away maybe traditional values as well. The way this comes through, it's enlisting the pros and cons of a situation, as to how this really balances things out for you. It's the tipping of the scales, essentially, right? The second chakra, Archangel Ariel, I'm sorry. So Cancer, just like we have a life path number, we also have a chakra center that we're tied to, kind of like as part of our life's purpose and life's work. That second chakra, oh my goodness, is that of the sacral, and it is associated with Cancer and Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't necessarily think that that is the case. You might have some placements with Scorpio, but this is about your desires and how you're being viewed out into the world, is what Spirit is saying specifically. 6 and 9, again, balancing. We're gonna ski across the floor on the rugs. It's one of those kind of days for him. But this is almost like you're kind of sitting on that and not knowing what to do with that energy at this time as well. So it's like, let spirit guide you, you know, your angels, God, whatever you put your faith into, whatever you know, invest in, let that be your ultimate guide. I do feel like, again, the energy of if there was some friskiness going on for you, if you were getting a little wild or something like that, or what felt like things were out of control, I do think you're coming off of that high and you're starting to sit with that energy right now. It's almost like you're starting to think about what you do desire, what it is that you want in the long term. And that could have been your focus too with the new moon, cornucopia, your ultimate happiness, you know, reaping the rewards of the work that you've put in and I'm going to say fought for so long as well. This is about abundance. This is about beauty. This is about all things that are glittery and gold. Be careful not to get caught up in the instant gratification of certain things as well. This is transformation, really, in a lot of ways, but it's about your abundance at the end of the day. There's a lot of gold colors here, yellows. So let's see, for Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know at this time? Maybe look, they're using the word lavish. What does lavish mean for you? For some of us, it's, you know, wine and grapes. Others of us, it's new cars and things like that. So I don't know why that's coming into your focus as well, but it is. The Magician in the Mirror. Again, there's the need to temper that fire energy, that magnetism towards getting up and going, and then sitting with the residual energy of what, you know, when you're riding those high emotions, how does it settle you back down is what Spirit is giving me. So this is a cycle that you're going through again with those highs and those lows, and I really feel that's where you are, and that's, yeah, it's all tied up. You know, I don't think that there's a real clear picture for some of you about what it is that you do want for your desires. So your emotional desires, your creative processes. You may feel like certain things are being blocked as well at this time. And that card too came out for Sag. I think I have to sneeze. Oh, goodness, excuse me, or yawn. My nose is burning. Goodness. Man holding coin. I do feel like there's somebody trying to make I'm hearing investment opportunity for you. There could be a project or something tied to this, and this could be in regards to that tied up energy to the second chakra, that it's like, what do I desire? I feel like somebody else is bringing in some kind of goal or golden opportunity for you to reach. There could be, I keep getting paperwork. I don't know why. Paperwork keeps coming back around. And this could eventually, Cancer, open you up to some very significant opportunities that take you from this financial constraints into this woman holding a coin. Someone is seeing your value and your worth for what it is that you are capable of. First impression is going to be a very big thing. I think their first impression of you, they seen you as lacking confidence, lacking the motivation. Sometimes when you hit those low points on what it is that you needed to do, not sure what to do with what you had, feeling like you're missing a specific part of something. But I think that whoever this is, or whatever this is seeing you willing to put in the work, the time, the energy, the effort. You could be stepping into your masculine energy of bossing up and taking control of situations, or trying to. And I think that you're going to meet up with somebody, if you haven't already, that is going to help you create this abundance that's coming in for you. Okay, so this is much better energy than I've seen y'all in the last time, which doesn't mean that it was for everybody, but that was pretty wild. So I'm happy to see and report this rather than what I've seen the last time. But this could, like I said, it just feels like, I think the last time was like an emotional high of the ego, essentially. So, okay, Eight of Pentacles, the Moon. again, willing to put in the work, be diligent, be the creator of your own world. You know, you are, in a sense, the student, but also, you know, working towards what it is. Again, that moon is like not having a clear direction. Everything is just going crazy here. What in the world? Expect phone calls. Expect phone calls. Because I think a lot of ideas too are being thrown at you right now, and you might not know what to do with that. The moon card, that of you and Pisces for me specifically. Again, that contract too is her eyes. I'll show you. Her eyes are blindfolded right there. So you may not see how you can insert this into your time constraints. So if this is a project or a situation, some of you, this is probably a house project. Like I might have to take days off of work to make sure these things are getting done. How am I going to do that and be here and there at the same time? But I do think that, you know, you've got a lot of perseverance within you, Cancer. I do think that you'll find a way to make it work. 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's like conflicting schedules, conflicting demands that are coming through with you. It's like, where do I invest this energy first? And you could be voicing that with this Page of Swords, 9 of Cups. There's a desire, again, to do something. And it's like, what is the ultimate desire? They're all coming out in the sideways position for you guys. Don't hesitate to say, this does not work for me. So be selective about what it is you do have time for. Be selective as to where you're putting your energy and investments into at this time, because, you know, my opinion of it is you can never go wrong, because you might have to take the long way around to get to where you're going. You're going to have to learn by trial and error. That's part of our experience. But I think that you have enough knowing within you, at least most of you, to it's about learning how to say no, like when to say no and when to say yes. And I feel like you're trying to hold up and take in all of the opportunity that comes in because you feel bound to it somehow. You know, it's just asserting your boundaries, going, this is what I can commit to, this is what I can't commit to, and this is something I would like to maybe in the future. So you're really, you know, looking over your commitments, where you're putting your work, time, energy, and effort into as you move forward. So this desires the second chakra. 2 of Pentacles. Again, where do I invest? Right? I think that either don't pick the hardest path because you feel like it's the most challenging. I mean, granted, we need to challenge ourselves. But I also feel like that when you go from 0 to 100, Cancer, and things don't work out the way you want them to, you end up almost like hurting your own feelings when it's said and done. So Page of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. Take one thing at a time. Don't feel like you have to throw in all of yourself, all in one day, all in 1 hour, all in one meeting, all with one person. You know, it's like, keep your options open with that 2 of Pentacles and really examine that. But if it makes it feel hard and heavy for you, you know, it's like, I think you're making more struggle and strife for yourself by not being more discerning about what it is you are investing into at this time. Take your time. Climb the steps. You know, it's like learning to walk. Take your time. This cornucopia, what is this about for Cancer? This cornucopia for Cancer. Hierophant, Page of Wands, the 10 of Swords. Something in the past, Cancer, did not work. And I think you're trying to avoid making the same mistakes again. So it's like, if you're aware of a particular situation, yeah, it did not, Tower, you got burnt by a particular situation in the past. I think there's a little bit of fear that's popping up, right? That sabotage kind of energy, feeling like, you know, something was a betrayal to you and you're trying to avoid having this happen again. I think that for some of you, you have reached a place of happiness and fulfillment in like one level, and now you're trying to work towards the next level, essentially. So it's like, you know, you've got the key, you've got the ability to command, I'm hearing command the attention to do what you need to do, but I think there's just this underlying fear of the difficulties of the past. So it's like really, again, examining your options, examining the opportunity, what is going to up level you rather than continuing to mess with the same old stuff. And I think if you're listening, and that's, you know, I go back to that message that I heard intuitively, the answers are within you. You know what feels right. You know what feels heavy. You know what feels burdensome. You know the red flags this time. You know when to pay attention. And just because an opportunity is offered does not mean that you have to take it, because you've learned that Hierophant, he is full of wisdom and knowledge. He is able to take control of a situation. He is able to make people listen to him. He, you know, it's, hey, I've got the authority here to say X, Y, and Z. And I feel like you're trying to empower your own authority in a situation because you're afraid of any kind of betrayal, sabotage tendency. So be discerning too with who it is you're working with and who's presenting these opportunities, and as to why. Because I do think that, like, if you've got 3 options, there's one that really might get under your skin and bother you, and it's like, I just don't know how that's going to work. The High Priestess with the Magician and the oh gosh, there's a bunch of them actually. The High Priestess, the 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the King of Swords, and the Mother of Cups. There you be. I do feel like this High Priestess energy, Cancer, is you could be really voicing, could almost be butting heads. Like somebody is coming at a situation with the logic of the logic or the idea or the thought. I think you're coming in with the emotion surrounding this communication, and it's like you want to move forward on something. You could feel like somebody else is not putting in the work or the effort as well. I feel like you're dealing with multiple situations here. This person, you could see them as trying to be clever, trying to outwit, trying to outsmart you in certain ways. And I think that you're trying to, you are trying to follow that intuition. And I think that sometimes with these situations, it's coming in heavier than you would like it to, because it appears to be overwhelming. And it's like you're, again, discerning what it is you want to keep, what it is you need to let go of. I just feel like someone else is coming up with a bunch of bright ideas and kind of putting it on your plate, and you're like, hold on a second, this doesn't make sense. And then you're conveying the same back to them. So it's like, we can't, again, the need to not do it all. And I think as you're moving through this period at the end of November, that you're becoming highly aware of this, that you're exhausting yourself by running, you're burning the candle at both ends. So what is this all tied up? Do not let other people pressurize you into seeing things their way. I mean, you obviously need to be open and flexible to learning something new. This Star, ultimate wish fulfillment, right? The Hangman, and then the Mother of Swords. So you've got divine counterparts here. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that this is love related for you guys. I think this is about how you're expressing yourself out in the world. I would say to Cancer, if you're a rising Cancer, this reading is definitely for you specifically, because it's how you're being seen out in the world, how you're taking action. But again, don't let someone else push you into their perspective. And don't get caught up in just your own either. That's going to be a thing, is, again, finding that balance in between the two of, I can take on the idea and the opinions or thoughts or perceptions of another person. It doesn't define that this is what I'm going to do or how I'm going to move, but I also recognize my own intuition talking to me in saying that this is how this needs to be handled. So it's like the integration of both sides of a particular situation in dealing with other people as to how you do move forward. And I think sometimes that, again, that pressure, it just feels pressurized to me, is that there's more than one possible outcome of success. Okay, so it's like, it doesn't have to be only one way. So, be aware of that. And who is this man holding a coin? Like, opportunity, Ace of Pentacles. I said they'd be offering you an opportunity. They see something in you that you may not see in yourself. Who is this Ace? Page of Pentacles. There's somebody that's willing to take their time and work with you. Seven of Cups. Again, multiple options. I keep getting that, multiple options. Knight of Swords. This person is interesting. I think they're matching you energy for energy. They're definitely coming in with an offer that I don't think that they have thought through either, but they know that it's going to be successful in the long run. I feel like they're giving you the opportunity as well to make the judgment calls on certain things, of what direction you want to take things. So you could be in maybe a director's position, you could be a boss overseeing things, you could be a head of a department, but they're giving you the opportunity to work through, even Spirit saying backlog. So whatever that is, so there's a need to clean up various areas where maybe certain things got left unaddressed, and now they're in a space of needing to be addressed. And I think that they're coming in with this communication because they see you being able to transform what has been left behind, what has not been dealt with in the past. So you could have new clientele that comes in. You could have people around you that are looking for some kind of financial status or goal in something, trying to gain resources as well. This is a lot of working energy. And Cancer, maybe this is what you needed, was to throw yourself into your work. Maybe Spirit saying maybe you guys had a couple of weeks off, or there was a period of like, whether you changed jobs and you had a couple of weeks off, you took a vacation, you took some downtime. I feel like that sent you guys into this egoic space there for a little while. Now it's like, okay, it's time to get back to work. So when we talk about the highs and lows, pay attention to those low lows, those real high highs, because it's like you're switching it up. Like you're going from, we'll call it party animal mode, to, nothing but work. So finding that balance between work, love, life, home, all of those things. But now, like, the focus seems to be going more into deciding what your fulfillment is, what your harvest is, what it is that you're cultivating for the future. So definitely a lot of working energy with a lot of other people right now, okay? So, but I think, going back to the very beginning, pay attention to that intuitive voice. You're going to know exactly what it is that you need to do. Again, for all of you, it'll be different. But pay attention to that, because you're not, I always feel like sometimes you don't think you're well-rounded enough. Your confidence could take a hit. Don't take on the world. You don't have to take on the world in one day. Prioritize what it is that you've got time for and what it is you're capable of, because you're going to gain more strength and confidence in yourself moving into the future. Into me, I see, again, same card Sag had, the Oracle's gift. Your intuition is the biggest gift Spirit ever could have given you. Utilize it for your higher good. It is what it is. Again, another card that Sag had. You guys, again, might have some Sag placements or something. I don't know, you might be dealing with a Sag when it comes to work. Who knows? It's like nothing like walking around the office going, what's your sign? I mean, I am that person. I'll just ask somebody. I'm like, what are you? I need to know. It's just me. I'm like, that's the first bit of insight there. Listen, Cancer, if you're putting in the work, the time, the energy, the effort, you will find the perfect way to harmonize this. Listen to music throughout your day. Listen to things that put you into the feel-good energy of the heart space. When you're working from the emotions on a positive note, that's going to change the way others are seeing you. And as I say that, there's the higher view and the power of your purpose. Like your gifts, your talents, your abilities. Some of you could be I can never say it right. You could make music. I'm going to leave it at that. I can never say that word right. Your talents and your gifts are shining through. The way you come in and demand attention, like that Hierophant, demanding the attention and the knowledge that you have that you can instill on others, it's being seen. Someone else is seeing this. Some of them will take advantage of that. Others will actually do it because the vibrational energy of where they are and where you are is matching, and they're going to help see you through to be successful at whatever it is that you're doing. You could be making some very soul-like ties, contracts to people, right? You come together, whether it's work, love, business, kids, projects, whatever this might be, but you're making new soul ties. You're coming into your soul family. There's the word I was looking for. So be in flow with this. This is so much better than the last reading I did for you guys. Holy Toledo. I feel relieved. Goodness. But yeah, and somebody else could be changing their perspective on you. Maybe at first they thought you were a snot. I don't know how I want to say that. Like maybe stuck up or something. But now they're seeing that it's not that. It's when you feel good, you could be feeling overly confident, and some people could take that the wrong way. So just be mindful. It's their perception, right? But try to find that even-keeled balance. So Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. If this video resonated for you, like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, personal readings are open for the next few days. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Sending you guys tons of love, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.